Hello and welcome to MIT ACS Division. I'm Muskan Sharma with you all, and today we have Sir Shishir sir with us. He has a law background. Also, he has been done a media management course. With that, he has been working with advertising and PR companies as well, and with that he has taken a great and a big initiative as he have started 1 million women leaders community. He has been working for women empowerment in our society. Hello sir, we welcome you and it has been a great pleasure to talk with you. I have few sets of questions for you. My first question is, what was your motivation and inspiration you got when you started this 1 million women leadership community? Like, what was the thought came up to you, you being a man, to break this patriarchal system and work in favor of women's?
Yeah, so uh, there is a personal story behind this. In 2003, I got married. To 2006, I had my first child, and like a typical, I would say, urban Indian working couple. We were staying alone in Pune. So ultimately, at one point of time, we had to figure out, there is a small baby, and this was our first baby and the only baby. And who's going to quit the job now?
Yeah, taking care of the child.
And I'm sure every couple comes across this particular situation at some point in their time. So obviously, in a typical scenario, it would have been my wife Sanjana, who would have said, "Okay, I'll quit the job because baby needs
The
mother." But in my case, it was the other way around. My wife, she wanted to move from operations. She comes from an IT background, and she wanted to move into HR. And it was, a kind of baby happening, change in career for her. Compared to that, I was pretty settled. I worked in advertising, and I had opportunity to work on a consultation basis as well. That is when we took a call that she can continue working, and I would be a full-time dad. And that is why I was full-time dad for about 5 years until my child started going to the school. That is when I realized how tough, how difficult it is for a woman to, pursue her career, despite of being extremely talented, extremely career-oriented. Such simple, life events like marriage, childbirth, they happen in everyone's life. But then this is something which, pulls them back. Cut to 2019, in between these time, I did a lot of, I built a lot of social enterprises. And in 2019, 2020, I started 1 million women leadership community. But the inspiration, as you said, it is my personal story. And today, my wife is one of the youngest vice presidents in the company that she works with.
So she's also a motivation. Yeah, like you see her and like she's going up in her career and managing her life. So she's also a moving motivation for you every time.
Absolutely, it's an everyday.
Every day she motivates you. Apart from this 1 million women leadership committee, what are the other initiatives you have been taking? Like, what is the story? Is there any particular story or a thing that you always remember, like any incident or any particular woman you have helped them, and like you are like, this story I will never forget, something like that?
So I have a couple of women interns, because 1MWLC, hires a lot of interns, and I have in the past as well, I have worked with a lot of women interns, especially while working with 1MWLC. Many women interns, I would like to name one named Mansi. She kind of was about to get married in few years' time. And after listening to my story and the kind of work that she was doing at 1MWLC, she convinced her husband, that whenever we have baby, don't ask me to quit the job. either you quit or we will figure out
Figure
something
something.
wherein we both will be able to
Like balancing it, not just
balance.
the mother but the father
Yes,
as well.
so I think that is something that stayed with me for many years.
Because she's taking up your steps forward, and now like one two and then community will start taking up such steps, and in future this will not be such a different thing, like you being taking care of the child, but in future it will be very common, like yes, fathers are also going to take up such initiative, they are also working in balancing the family. Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I always say, any initiative which is going to benefit women, it will not work if men are not supporting. You cannot say,
Yes.
it is
Because
men
it's a
versus-
society, men women both prevail together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, like you giving such a positive vibe and everything, you working with such a great initiative, how you like balance your family, then your mental health, then your work with such an uptight schedule, like sometimes you also feel low and like demotivated, so how you like manage your mental health and everything?
Uh, I mean, there is a very cliche answer to this. I have been practicing meditation for many years. Like right from my 8th standard, I have been following Surya Namaskars, and right from my school days, that is where we were taught. So I follow that religiously. About work pressure and getting pressed for time and all. Thanks to ecosystem partners like NHRDN, that is National Human Resource Development Network, even Mr. Aman Rajpali, who is the president of Pune chapter, Anand Khote. All these people have supported this initiative like their own. Now I have stopped telling people that 1MWLC is my startup or it's my social enterprise. No, it is not. It is Aman's, it is Anand's, it is Arundhati's. They all are so passionate about doing something good for the society. And when you build such ecosystem of right people around you, you don't really have to work hard. They take care of many things for us, and that is how it is working. So it is a great.
Like it's a family baby now, everyone is taking care of it, and yes, we see like when we talk about like society, men and women, exactly, not just men and women, every individual has to work in such social initiatives to make it a success.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is one of the reasons why we deliberately wanted to build this as a community.
Yeah.
So now I don't work alone to ensure that this grows. Every person who is getting associated, whether it is Akanksha ma'am, whether it is your teachers and professors, whoever we have got in touch with, many women leaders that we have come across, everyone is saying, tell us what can we do. Right? So that is,
we will also say, tell us sir what we can do. Yeah,
absolutely.
we will be helping you. My next question is, like you have like experience with advertising, PR and everything, so like in today's industry it's very booming, and every time something changes, every time something new comes up, so what is the scope, not just for women but for every individual in this industry?
You are particularly talking about
advertising and PR.
And all. So I'll put it this way, the change in this industry has always been there. Like when I graduated in 2000, about 24 years back from St. Xavier's, which is one of the best I would say, institutions, that it offers. But what I have seen is, like there was industry 1.0, then 2.0, 3.0, we are talking about 4.0. The beauty of advertising PR, this industry is, it is always 2 steps ahead of
innovation, technology, everything, it has everything, and they always thinks up with different ideas and different frameworks to work for.
In fact, I remember one sentence that my professor always used to tell us, and he actually engraved that on our minds, is innovate or perish. And that holds true for every industry, obviously, but then for advertising, PR, such a fast changing industry,
every minute something new comes up.
Every second something new is coming up, and if you stop innovating, you perish. Right?
Exactly.
So
and also society and peoples also wants to see new things and in different ways. So yeah, everyone needs to change, not just this industry but every industry, and not just industry, every individual has to change. Like when we eat, we don't see कि रोज दाल चावल ही क्यों खा रहा है. Like अगर हम खाने में भी इतना देख रहे हैं तो हमारे फ्यूचर के लिए, हमारी सोसाइटी के लिए भी हमको रोज चेंजेस एंड इनोवेशन तो लाने ही पड़ेंगे, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. My last not, it's not just a question, it's just a message. Like what do you want to convey to today's youth? Like how they can take up great initiative, or how can they join you for working for the welfare of the society? Like what do you want to convey a message to our today's youth and our viewers?
Yeah, first of all, don't make me sound that I'm too old.
No,
to
no,
give
you
a
aren't.
message to youth and all. But I put it very simply, and I have seen this firsthand after being a part of building so many social startups, social enterprises. What I have realized is business as such had a definition a few years back, that you have a product or you have a service, you sell it, at a higher price and you make profit. That was
That's
a simple
definition,
definition. With Industry 4.0, what has, I would say, is true, the businesses will not be profitable if you are not doing social good. Every business has to be a social enterprise, and it is way more easier to run a social enterprise or a social startup than a for-profit startup. I mean, you can see that what is happening with startups like Byju's, and there are so many startups who had huge funding. What they did not have is a community. What they did not have is a good reason to exist. So if you find that opportunity, that reason, of course, women leadership is one of many things that exist. So I would say, if you have a good reason to to be in that social enterprise, just pick that. And what has been happening with me, like when I have Aman and Anand and NHRDN and Arundhati and NASCOM and all these people, they are coming together to help me out, right? It is going to happen with you as well, because everyone is looking for someone who is taking
To help
initiative
them.
to help.
Help them.
Absolutely. So I think building social enterprises, for-profit social enterprises, is way more easier than building a
Social group.
a for-profit startup.
Sir, it was great talking to you, and you are a true inspiration that we can also work forward for such a great initiative, and we will be very happy to join you. So thank you guys. This was our conversation with Shishir. He has been a great inspiration, and his words means a lot to us. Thank you, sir, and best of luck for your future endeavors. Thank you.